Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we shall be looking at examples of indices. So remember last class we talked about laws of indices. So we introduced ourselves to different laws of indices. Today we shall be looking at different examples in indices. So the first one we are going to look at this question: 10 raised to power 9 times 10 raised to power 12. 10 raised to power 9 times 10 raised to power 12. So we shall be using the first law of indices, the multiplication of numbers. So when we are multiplying numbers with the same base, so what we are going to do is we are going to add the power. So to multiply powers with the same base, we are going to add the indices. So let's look at this. So when we have this, so we have the same base, which is 10. So we are going to say 10 raised to power 9 plus 12. 10 raised to power 9 plus 12, and that's going to give us 10 raised to power 21. That's going to be our final answer. Let's take a look at the second example. So here we have 18x raised to power 8 divided by 6x raised to power 5. 18x raised to power 8 divided by 6x raised to power 5. So we are going to use the division rules of indices. So to divide powers with the same base, we are going to subtract the second index from the first. Once again, to divide powers with the same base, we subtract the second index from the first. So let's take a look at that. So we are going to say, okay, 18 divided by 6 times x raised to power 8. So we are going to, the second index here is 5, the first index is 8. So don't forget we subtract the second index from the first, so that's going to be 8 minus 5. Then this, we cancel this, that will be 3 times x raised to power 8 minus 5, that's 3, and that's going to give us 3x raised to power 3. Alright, so let's move on to the third example. The third example, we shall be having x raised to power minus 2 times x raised to power minus 5. So we also be using the first rule, which is the multiplication of numbers with the same base. So this rule is also applicable to negative indices. So in this case, we can say, okay, x raised to power minus 2 plus open brackets minus 5. So in that case, we are going to say x raised to power minus 2 plus times minus 5, and our answer is going to be s raised to power 7. Alright, so let's move on to our fourth example. So okay, our next question is going to be 6a raised to power minus 3. 6a raised to power minus 3. So in this case, we are going to have this. Okay, 6 multiply by 1 all over a raised to power 3. So this is the rules of negative index. The a raised to power minus 3 has changed to 1 all over a raised to power 3, and that's will give us 6 times 1, 6 all over a raised to power 3. Alright, let's look at the fifth example. Okay, if you have 4x raised to power 3, y raised to power minus 4, and z raised to power minus 2. Let's take a look at this. If you have to simplify this, so we are going to say 4x raised to power 3 multiply by, you can see this base, this y has power of -4, and this z has power of -2. So just like the previous example, the y raised to power minus 4 will change to 1 all over y raised to power 4. Z raised to power minus 2 will change to 1 all over z raised to power 2. Then we shall be having 4x raised to power 3, that is 4x raised to power 3 times 1 times 1. It will give us 4x raised to power 3 all over y raised to power 4 multiplied by z raised to power 2, and that's going to give us y raised to power 4 z raised to power 2. So we have been able to solve 5 examples on indices. We shall continue from here in our next episode on indices. Thanks for watching, guys. Kindly subscribe to this channel and press the notification button to always get updates anytime I post videos. Thanks for watching.